And what's going on, guys? Sniper Doofus back with another weekly recap. Just a disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. All I am, as you can see clearly, is just a broke ass 18-year-old that's getting his ads on TradingView. But just once again, just trade your own risk, and I'm not responsible for anything. So what I do in this series is I just go over the trades I took, the reasons why, things I could improve on, and really just trades I missed. So if you want to go see the other videos that I have and kind of just catch up, then you can check that out in the link below in the description. And then there's also I'll just tell you how much I trade 2k, and yeah, so let's just get into it. So this week I actually took 3 trades. I'll put them up here without the dollar signs, okay, cha-ching, and I'll put the dollar signs like at the end of the video, you know, because then you guys can see. Anyway, the first position I took this week was on Euro USD. Now, by no means do I live off of trading or anything. I'm just sharing my journey of becoming a profitable trader. So I do have some things to work on, but then like every day I just focus on them and head into it. So like if I go and take a look at this Euro USD pair, right, this is what I was seeing. So let's just zoom out and we'll go to the 4-hourly chart, right? So I'm seeing here that we've hit this extreme high up here, and if we take where's COVID is down here. You can see pre-COVID we kind of we're in this downtrend. So as we got up to this high, I was kind of expecting there to be a little bit of a pullback. So what I did was I used a fib from this high down to this low, and then I can kind of see that there was a key level in between this 0.6 to 0.5 area. Now I didn't really want to be in the trade for too long, and that's why you can see I only took this small position. But as you can see from here, I'd entered in here, right, after seeing that slight rejection down here, and then I kind of closed this position early, probably at around 20 pips, alright. So I know the risk to reward ratio isn't really that good, but if I had just let it run, I think I closed it at around something like this. What I should have done is simply just closed half the position and then let the remainder of it run down, because then we could have seen that this here would have been a nice chunk of change, because I'm risking about 3 to 4% per trade. So I know that's like could be considered a lot of money, but kind of want to get some, as I've been like consistently profitable, trying to work my way to get those profits so that I can get that FTMO funding. So something I could have done to gain like that 4%, 4 or 5%, even more, would have been to just move my stop loss to break even, and then just it would have gone and hit my take profit, right? So that's how that position went. And heading into the next position, it was on GBP CHF. So taking a look, okay guys, I don't know, like I don't think you guys will believe me, okay, but because I don't have the back thing, but literally I put my entry right here, yeah, so I saw that it rejected, so I went to put my entry in, and as soon as I put in my entry, between the time the order was placed and the time that the order actually went through, in that like 0.5 seconds, this pair went up 44 pips. From here it just shot up to like here. And so for me, I was so annoyed, right, because like I wanted my entry to be down here, but in between the time, I guess that's just what happens when you don't put in an order and you just do market execution. So my entry on this pair was 44 pips, like negative, and I actually closed this at around 1.18527. So something like that, that there's also not really good. So we can see that I also didn't really have good risk to order management. What I should have done is kind of just let it run. That's really it, and then just move my stop loss up to break even. So as I was identifying this mistake through the week, this is what I saw. So this is what I did. So if we go into Euro GBP, here I actually took a trade right here. Okay, so right, if we go to the hourly, take a look at GBP CHF. See, look, like here I entered in, and instantly it shot all the way up. So, you know, kind of like unlucky. But if we take a look now at Euro GBP, so I saw that it was kind of in this downtrend here, and then I could see that there was a bit of rejection here at this 0.5. So you can see I entered in right there, and I wanted to drop it down. So what I did was I'd entered in, and it dropped to about 0.905.49. So it dropped to around 10 pips negative, and then what I did was I closed half the position, and then I just let the remainder of it drop, and then it was at around here, and what happened was that it ended up just coming back, as we can see, because my stop loss was then moved here, and we can see it went up and hit that stop loss. So I only made $20 on that. So those are my 3 positions that I did take. And now, like, if you were to go back and take a look, we can see that this here, I should have just let it run, and we can see that once it hit that 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, I could have just moved my stop loss up to that, and then closed out on a nice like big trade here. And then also, if we take a look at that first position that I took on Euro USD, and see if I had let this, whoops, lost my fib, but we'll just get rid of it. We can see that if I had done the same thing here, then it would have simply just gone and hit take profit on this pair. And if you were to use the fib on this pair, we can see that you could probably just like you could probably have just like keep taking and target these lows down here, and it looks like it's kind of on its way down to there. So that's something that you could have done, or I could have done on this pair, just looking forward and just analyzing my trades for the week. Now I did miss a trade, and that was on Euro CAD. So I have the analysis here. Now let me tell you why I was going through this, what I was thinking on this, and the reasons why I didn't take this. So at the time of taking this, I was in bed, I remember, and as it was on Thursday night for me on my time, and I didn't really like taking trades in from bed, as I feel like my mindset is not all there, my psychology, and so like I wasn't really in the mood to place a trade. Now, even though this here was a good setup, and I'll show you why I think so. So we can see that in between this 0.5 to 0.6, we can see there's a key level, and it's rejected that key level. We can also see that it's trading in between this range, and if we go and look pre-COVID, we can kind of see it trades below this, on the lower side of like this area, this range. So the same thing, you can see it kind of hit this high, now it's going down to trade at these lows. So that's kind of the reason why I took that trade. And we can see that on entry there was essentially 0 drawdown, and we can see like how much I was risking here, only 29 pips, and really it just went down. This here was a good trade. Now at the time I knew that it was a good setup, but I wasn't really sure because of my psychology, being in bed and that sort of stuff. So I did miss out on this trade. Next time, if I do see a good trade, I'm just going to try and wake myself up a little bit and kind of just take the trades if the setups are there. And another thing that I'm going to do is just let the trades run a bit more and be a bit more confident in my trading, as like I have been consistently profitable. So I'll show you guys here like my total trades, and I can also show I'll just show you guys like how much profit I made, but then I'll also show you guys like I could have just maxed out my profits and probably have attempted and started that FTMO funding challenge. So that's kind of where I want to end up to be, and I just got to keep working on my trading, right? So that's just how it's going to be, and that's going to be it for the video. Hope to see you guys in the next one. If you want to check out my social media, hit the link in the description down below, and I'll see you then. See ya.